start talking about all this gear and stuff. This is more of a photo review. So let's go ahead and get into the photos because that's what's more important here. I'm trying to update you guys, and so this video is kind of getting off track, and I want to stay on track because my channel is all about photography and pictures and creativity, the act of creativity. Now, I have not come up with anything extremely really good recently because of the circumstances that I've described earlier. But I do have some photos I'd like to share just as a way of showing you that I am still exercising my creative abilities and trying to expand my potential here a little bit. I'm going to start off with this picture here with some branches in the foreground, and in the background it's got like power lines in the background and some trees. I really edited this photo pretty hard. I remember I was out and about one day, and it's mostly a cloudy day. It was dreary, so I switched to black and white. And this is the photo that I came up with. I kind of kept some elements in the background to kind of to dress up that branch that's sitting down there in the front. And I don't know, I think this is a pretty decent looking photo. It's not the best of mine, but from where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to do, which just kind of gives you the idea. The problem I had with this one is that I wish I had a flash, because that foreground element of those branches, I wanted that to be a little bit more lit, and it's not lit at all. I mean, it's good because it contrasts against the background and kind of makes it stand out, and that's kind of what I do with a lot of my black and white photography. You know, I'm always trying to find contrasts, but the camera I have does not have a flash. I think I was using the EM1 Mark II. I'm not going to carry an extra additional flash with me as I walk around. Maybe if I can get a real small one, because the ones I have are like the big ones for DSLRs and stuff, and that's kind of a little too clunky. So I don't know, I'm thinking a camera with a flash wouldn't be a bad way to go, or just carry around a real small one with me. But I'd have to have a bigger bag, and it's just more gear, a little bit more of a headache, but it might be worth it. I don't know. Sometimes I get into situations where a little bit of flash can go a long way. This would be one where it would be helpful if I had flash, I think. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the next photo, and this is the photo I took with the 40 to 150 f. Is it an f4 to f5.6R lens, and I've been dabbling with this lens because I kind of wanted to do a little wildlife, and I was like, I'm gonna take some pictures of some birds and stuff, and which I never do. I'm not like a bird photographer or a wildlife photographer or anything like that, but I told myself that day, I want to take some pictures of some birds and some wildlife. Let me see what happens. It's just for fun. Lo and behold, I saw this bird flying, and I also took another picture of it, and while it was flying, and then when I saw where it landed, I just kind of walked around to try to see if I could see it, and I took a picture and I saw its beak, and I positioned myself to get a background where it would be kind of more like a silhouette. And this is the photo that I ended up with, but it was really dark. It's pretty dark, and I ended up just kind of cropping in very hard on this photo and lightening it up with the software that I use, which is Snapseed, and it came out with some decent details. Now, this is not the best picture, and that lens is not the best lens, but I'd rather have something than nothing. I'm kind of proud of this, honestly, to be honest with you. The photo came out pretty decent, and I almost got a taste. I got like, you know what? I want to go more into wildlife and do more of this kind of stuff because I just enjoy it. And maybe I'll get a better zoom lens in the future, but right now my budget is constricting me and my situation is constricting me, so I can't really do what I want to do. So I'm trying to make some moves and make things happen so I can continue to improve and get better lenses and get better equipment and get better photos to share with you guys. And again, I'm proud of this one. This was only like it ended up being like 2 megapixels because I cropped it in so hard. And I thought to myself, man, you know, if I had one of those Nikon DSLRs has like 40 megapixels and you can really crop in as hard as you want and you hardly lose any resolution. That's kind of where I'd like to go maybe in the future. Anyway, I like the way this photo came out, and I'm happy that I got that close to that bird and got a decent looking photo. This next photo, I was walking around waiting for my order to be ready while I was in a restaurant, and I went outside, and the light was beaming out pretty hard that day, and I got some, well, actually it was like variable lighting, but I went outside on the patio, and they had like all these chairs, and there was a lot of shadows going on, and this is one of the ones I took in the corner where there was a chair at the corner, and I just kind of like the way the lines are shaped on this one. And it came out pretty good, my black and white photo of the chairs, and they're outside in the restaurant on the patio. The next photo is it was a dreary day on this one as well. There was these mushrooms that I saw on this walk that I took, and I got real low to the ground, put the camera on the ground, and I think I took this one with the EP2. Let me see. Well, I know for sure it was the Lumix 14mm lens, and I was using the close-up filter on it. I know that for sure. But I did take this picture, and it came out pretty decent. The out of focus areas are not the best because I was using that close-up filter, but it's still kind of a cool looking photo because of the lines in the background of the fence, and then the lines in the mushrooms, and the details in the breaks, and the lines in the mushrooms, and the grass that's there. So it's kind of like you're immersed inside the environment, and I did highly edited this photo pretty heavily as well. So the next photo, I kind of like this one too because I'm a kind of, once I take a photo and it's a good one, I kind of look for similar photos, and this is one of the similar photos that I saw of this, I don't know, it's a fire escape, and I don't know, I kept walking back and forth trying to get the right angle. I was using the 90mm lens because it's the prime lens, and I got the reflection in that window at the bottom left to fit kind of I don't know, kind of made it kind of a cool way to fit in that window. And that's kind of what I like about this photo. It's not the best photo, but I kind of, to me, the background is kind of important in a photo. And this is one example of how that window, if you can catch something to line up good, that could enhance your photo even if it's a boring photo, it can make the photo a little bit better. And the next photo, I was using that close-up filter again. I saw this stem coming up out the ground. I took multiple photos of this one. I like the way the background came out, and the light was hitting on this one pretty decent, so I took the photo, and that's that one. And let's see, this photo here, I don't know if I'm gonna even show this one. This is a photo of just the inside of the walls of my bedroom when like in the morning when the light shines through, you can get nice effects of the shutters, the light coming through the shutters on the wall. And I just took that photo in black and white. And this next photo was just like a frame that I was just playing around with because I was walking towards the beach, and there was this guardrails, and I was like, you know what would be cool if I could I got real close to the guardrails. I was like, I can put that in the foreground and use that as an element to kind of block out some of that, some of the boring parts of the photo. But I was kind of waiting for some birds or something to come, maybe a 3 or 5 pack or a pattern of birds like there that would be fit in that little corner there. That didn't happen. I just waited around, but I thought it was still kind of a cool idea, a cool photo, and this is a good reference for me. So maybe in the future I'll come back and try that again, and I can use that technique again somewhere else. Took it out in black and white because, again, it was more of a dreary day, and I'm just experimenting, taking photos, getting creative, and seeing what I can do, and just expanding my skills. And during that same day, I was mad about this one because there is this green looking car with like a souped up paint job and had some wheels on it. It's like an old school car, and it was coming towards us past the light. And I got my camera ready because I think it was the EP2, and it's like a slow camera because when you hit that shutter button, there's a delay, and I wasn't prepared for how long that delay was. So that car was coming towards me, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this one. And I hit that shutter. I thought I was early enough, but obviously it wasn't. And I kind of cut off the front of it, unfortunately. But I still kind of like the photo. It came out cool. And I wish I could have gotten that a little bit earlier so I could have got the front of it at least. But anyway, that's how that one ended up. And this next one I'm kind of proud of because I was walking, this was it yesterday or like a couple of days ago? I was walking through the woods and just walking through the pathway, and then I see a bird fly away, and it must have been really close to me, but I didn't notice it until it started flying. And I looked at it, I watched. It was real quiet and majestic, and then I was like, whoa, what is that? And I saw it land a little bit further out, and I was like, whoa, that looks like some type of bird. I didn't know what it was, so I took my camera and I zoomed in a little bit, and I was like, oh shit, let me take a picture. Took like 10 pictures, and I didn't know what it was until I actually looked at my photo and zoomed in, and I was like, whoa, this is an owl, a barn owl, and this is I'm proud of this thing. I you know, being in wildlife, for some reason I always told myself I want to get a zoom lens. I never really did because I'm a prime guy, but when I got the zoom lens, things started happening, like pictures of like birds and stuff that I would never think that I would have a chance to. And this thing was out in the middle of the day. It's an owl. I thought they were nocturnal, like you would never see an owl in the middle of the day like that. But lo and behold, that owl is there looking at me like I'm looking at it. It can see me, and it's weird because it was so majestic and quiet and silent, and I was just unprepared for it. And I'm very proud of this picture. I really cropped in on this one too, and you know, I lost some details again, as the same as the previous bird, but I'm in love. I'm in love with these zoom lenses and wildlife and checking out birds and stuff. I want to do more of it. That's just another aspect. Even if it's dreary outside, even that's probably even better. So like, even if it's raining, I think it rained that day. But even if it's raining, it's not an excuse for me not to get out and take the camera out and have some fun and take some pictures. I could just do a different style of photography, go black and white, or do some wildlife. That's kind of where I'm going, and I want to expand myself, expand my skill set, and continue to do what I'm doing. You know, again, though, seems like I'm spending more money than I'm making on this, and I'm losing money, but I'm enjoying myself and I'm loving it, and I'm asking for some support here from the universe somehow, some way. I don't know what's going to happen, in what form. This is just the direction I'm going, and I'm trying to do my best to improve my skills and get out there and do my photography, which is what I really enjoy in my life, and not let my job dominate me, because that's what's been happening. And it's been kind of not depressing, but if I continue to dwell on it, it's like I'm never going to get out of it. I have to start my own way, my own path, and find my way, because you know, all these jobs are going to do the same thing. So I'm like, I got to find my own way, start my own business somehow. I don't know how. I'm going to try to and continue to do my best. Y'all let me know what you think. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions like that, you know, let me share some pictures with me if you have any, and share some stories, and let me know any advice, anything that you can give to someone who's working a full-time job, trying to be a full-time photographer instead. You know, how to make that transition, how do I balance one with the other, all that stuff like that. So that's all I have for you today. It's John Dominique Prize Pictures. Let me know if you have comments, questions, or suggestions. Once again, like my video, subscribe to my channel, and all that good stuff.